For me, this week's good is I know the Fire may have tied, might have snapped a little win streak going on, but to me, the Fire are, dare I say it, good. They seem like they're amongst MLS's top 15 best teams. Like MLS is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, you know what?
It's now in the upper half. For the first time in like the last 8 years, the Fire are in the upper half of my own power rankings and probably everybody else's. Like, you are now circling the Fire and thinking, okay, that's not an automatic win anymore. That is, we have to figure out what we're going to do to stop Greg from scoring. We can maybe score on Greg. Scoring on Greg, we might be able to do, but how do we stop him from scoring? This is what has been amazing about Greg Berhalter and the Chicago Fire. It's been his offensive revelation. I've been not the biggest fan of the defense I've seen. I've seen some problems. And maybe that comes down to the personnel. But what Greg has done with this offense has been a revelation.
So one thing we kind of talked about last week too was how this game felt like it was for the Fire. It was like a trap game, basically. If you would have told me this 4 or 5 years ago, I would have been the Fire going to lose because you have a Montreal team that just fired their head coach. You got a new coach that's going to try to change things up. You have players that are practically playing for their jobs because if the role becomes permanent, the coach is going to have more say on who's staying with the club. So you had a somewhat a resurgent Montreal team, and we're coming off of three road wins, and the weather was bad. The field sucked. You could almost say that this was like the Fire's game to lose almost.
It was, and we didn't lose,
but
despite
we were at
it feeling
too.
like one.
We're at home though, and you kind of expect them to win at home, coming home from a long trip. You know what? Maybe that is the thing. Coming home from a long trip away.
Dude, I thought we were going to win that game until the 83rd minute, or
Really?
until the 93rd minute. I mean, like, I was still believing, like, oh, we're eventually going to get one.
I thought we had a chance.
I don't remember the last time I felt
game.
like that.
Even though we were tied, I was like, oh, I think we could still win this game.
They might squeeze one out.
And then all of a sudden they didn't. And I was like, oh, okay, well, keep up the point streak. I mean, like, we didn't get the dub at home, which is a little disappointing, but what a tear they've been on, and the tear is not exactly over.
It's not. They're going to face New York.
I know DPG wants to jump in here, but I need to say this to you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We are in fourth, and we have 11 points from 6 games. That's incredible for a Fire
That's incredible.
team.
We need to stack points, as many as we can in the beginning of the year, because then that just becomes house money to play with later in the year when the rest of MLS, the lower halves are all disappointed and demoralized because they can't make the playoffs. And the other half is like, all right, let's get feisty. Let's get ready for playoffs.
So if you look at the bigger picture, last year we had 30-something points all year? 39, 38, I don't remember,
Jeez, abysmal.
We have almost basically a little bit less of 1/3 of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still in April. And we're in April.
The Fire's away record. Remember how many times we've talked about the Fire's away record?
Oh, dude.
We went over a full calendar year without winning a game on the road before. And we won 3 in a row at the start. This team is playing really well. It's like, it's in the good section. When we started this podcast,
James,
if we said we were going to do a good, a bad, and ugly,
2024, right there on the
hold on,
corner.
I'm trying to find the.
I just want to see compare 2024 with what we're at now.
I will once. I just want to see,
dude.
The away for Fire. Away 3 wins. 3 wins, 3-1-0. The Fire, they haven't even won at home.
I think that might be the best.
Even won at home. We got 2 ties at home. All of our wins come away.
We actually might be the best away team on the East.
Oh, hell yes. We're going to be the best away team all season.
We are officially. No other team has 3 wins away except for the Chicago Fire. You heard it first here on Enemies of the Fire Hit that like button. Let's go. Subscribe for more.
All right, well, let's keep this positivity train rolling. DPG, what is our last good topic of the week?
Let's see. Zink scored.
Yes.
Zink.
Yes.
Has he been? He's finally showing up.
Zink
He
is the
is.
most up and down of the new signings because most of them are all up. But like, boy, his up is really up there, man. He's
No,
a good
and
player, and he's gonna settle in. And it's
even
gonna
his down is not even that bad. Like,
You're right.
you know, I mean,
I have a comp. For
you know,
you.
what was? Go ahead.
I have a comp for you.
Oh, okay.
For years, people annoyed me and to no end by saying this player was the greatest, the Lion, Deliuve. And they're like, oh, he's so good, he's so good. And, oh, Louis Solanac, oh, he's so good, he's so good. And I'm like, no. This is where you should be putting all that Deliuve love, put it into Zinc. Put it into Zinc where you actually have a good quality player.
Dude,
Done.
I mean, we talked about Zink. Zink is the highlight, right? Because he scored and he almost had another one. I'm pretty sure it went off the post.
The Fire
Yeah, he
quietly
did.
have two good wingers, Baba and Zink, and they're not exactly like barn burner
And then-
fast or anything.
And
They're
look,
just
and look who
skilled.
backs him up. Look who backs him up. You got
Yep.
Haile Selassie coming off the bench.
Love that.
Yep.
So
Yep, I love that as well. Haile Selassie, I'm a big fan of, but I'm a big fan of 20 to 30 minutes of Haile Selassie.
Yes.
I gotta say, Bamba blows me away too, because I think I've said this on a previous episode. I probably will say this on every episode. He just is always in the proper place. He is always in the right spot. And what I really like is he doesn't just only do one thing. It's not like every time you pass him the ball, he stops and squares it. And it's not like every time you pass him the ball, he runs. He knows when to stop, square,
He's
slow
dangerous.
up, get Pipers up there. He knows when to counter and run to the touchline. Like dude, both are wingers. Zink, like I said, up and down, but like, God, we used to kill for a player that would be at least up and down. So like,
Right.
I'm all about it.
yeah,
And on top of that, so Kuipers, he's been stupendous. He's been a really good. He looks like one of the better strikers in MLS when he's getting the service, and I love to see it. I mean, he doesn't create his own goals. You know, he's not like an Almiron, which or a Cucho, but he is really good at finishing and just being where he needs to be. Great positioning as well from Kuipers. But Kuipers, Zink, Baba, great front line. Love that. Pineda is being a fill-in right here, right? He's filling in for Acosta.
Well, we'll talk about the midfield later this episode.
Well, I think that the midfield's been great though. Look at the
they've been holding on.
This is a sub 20 aged midfield, dude. Pineda is 21. Orahel is
27.
19.
Pineda's the only one. Pineda's buying
Pineda's
beer for the whole
27.
Oh, I thought
midfield.
okay,
Yeah.
he's 27. He blows
Pineda's
he blows that
27.
up.
Orahel's like 19, and
Williams
I don't even
is
know how old-
19 too.
Sam Williams is mad young as well.
Mad
yeah.
young.
So, dude, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of like loving all this positivity about this team. Who would have guessed?
Sam Williams is 20.
they're off by 1 year. Still, he can't even buy beer yet.
So
Hey, listen, he's 20, but he can still get into some of the clubs.
But that's how that's where this team is. This Greg is putting out a 19 and a 20-year-old and getting results where past coaches just wouldn't. I'm
Well,
telling you, Greg
that's-
is a step above any coach the Chicago Fire have had, and he's really what this good is about. It's Greg Berhalter. He's the difference in this entire Fire equation. That
It's funny you
backline, though,
mention that.
I'm not a big fan of. I'm not in love with
hold on,
it.
hold on. But here, it's funny you
I like
mentioned that
Barroso,
because
though.
if you would have given the exact same midfield to a guy like Rafa Wiki or Frank Lopez,
They'd
or
fuck it up.
those guys will not produce like they're producing now. Like, no. Good luck.
Hold on.
That's
What would Peter Vermees do with this team?
Oh my God. It'd be even worse. It would be even worse. It would
He'll
be
play
Frank
that boring
Klopas
soccer.
level. It'd be Frank Klopas level.
He
I
will.
love it. I love it.
They're
Well, guys, has that sufficiently eaten up our time of positivity?
It has.
Are we gonna have to? It
All right.
has. All right. Well,
I think we're gonna have
ladies
to
and
come back with the
gentlemen,
bad.
Yeah, we're gonna come back with the bad. I'm sorry, it's gonna be all bad, baby. So stick around.
Bad to the
Enemies of the Fire.
bone. Put that like button. Be right back. Subscribe for more for Enemies of the Fire, and help us hit our goal of 500 subscribers. Bad to the bone. Be right back.